来，朋友们，Hello, all my friends. Hello, all my friends. Today, September the 23rd, Tuesday, this time, spell about 1 hour introducing our sprint machine in different progress, different stage. From get the order, installing the machine, put on tools, go sampling completed 2 tries. The first for packing for the Sony's dispatch, and not after sampling the client control factory to stay some days for the free using training. So we are mid-sized sprint machine manufacturer. Get the order, install the machine, warm up running, fix on tools, go sampling. Then for dispatch of for the free using training at our factory. Free using training, free for domestic take 3 to 5 days, and for foreign clients for the free training about 6 to 9 days. Firstly, introducing the general idea about our factory. This is the brief idea. We are manufacturer, CNC sprint machine manufacturer, in our own brand for the sales, in our own brand for domestic, for international sales. And our factory founded 2005. I'm a baker, export sales manager, with the contact for the instant contact way, WhatsApp, WeChat, and for service for the formal sending documents. You can also send your inquiry, send me your drawing, send me your proposal by email. For more videos about our different mode of machine sampling, this for the regular products, for the special, also for customized task. Nowadays, we get more and more orders to provide clients for their special products. That's called the customized solution for the client. And you can also get the daily business activities at my Facebook site. Okay, I'm a baker export sales manager. This to show you around the present situation for this is one of our assembly workshop for the spring forming machine. We now, you can see, have 7 sets in different stage. 7 sets CNC spring forming machine in different progress. Some of them completed, can be go sampling very soonest, and sample completed, we're going for the dispatch. And this one installing for companies, installing the work panels mantle to every handle, the mantle pass to every handle. And this for sampling the canvas, this one for sampling these days. These 4 actions And this also a customized 4 axis with welding machine. And for the products like this, 4 axis with welding machine. This one. And this 2B. Go next. Put on tools. Go sampling. Okay, this is our assembly workshop for the spring forming machine. Okay, next we'll keep further introducing. We have a precise spring quality of forming machine for many fields in our life. For example, this one precise spring called hair spring or balance spring for a mechanic watch, for mechanic timepieces, mechanic watch, hair spring, balance spring, as mini flat wire width at 0.16 max at 0.16 millimeter for flat, very tiny, and the thickness of max to 0.05 millimeter. So accurate hair spring, balance spring using in mechanic watch, also using in ammeter, using mechanic watch called hair spring, balance spring, very tiny wire, flat strip. This is another example for the medical purpose, dental using field. Dental field for arch wire. This one, long wire, a square wire, rectangle, but the material for stainless steel only. For stainless steel only. Arch wire, not for natty, not for night tie, not for night tie, not for NITI. Okay, for stainless steel only. Long wire, rectangle or square wire for arch wire. Here we also have a heavy duty spring machine. Also have a heavy duty machine. This is the lady one. This is a lady. If you have a sample for a thick wire as 4 to 8, this one 4 to 8 millimeter. Chemist with wire lottery is ready at any moment, any coming days. Go sampling, then can dispatch soonest within 12 days for the dispatch. Very soonest is almost ready. If you have inquiry, if you are coming to purchase a heavy duty spring machine, this is a good choice. This one, 12 axis, cameras with wire lottery, feeding wire length 4 to 8 millimeter. Using the servo motor, Scion Denki Japan, and the operating system, Akuchi operating system accuracy, and most of the main parts using the top brand, for example, in the wire feeding, 4-pair feeding lowers, and the wire feeding system using SKF deep groove bearing for deep groove bearing using in the wire feeding system. Also, like this, using the high wind linear guideway, high wind linear guideway, high wind linear guideway, this one, and this 8mm, 8mm, the spinner. So this machine, and for example, can showcase at any time for this presently the program and the tools lineup for this can tent ground nail, tent can ground nail, also using for the pet, a dog, a cat, pet stake, pet stake to biting the ropes. This is using tent can ground nail or pet stake. This 8mm carbon steel by this machine using the bending side and the coiling finger, bending side and the coiling finger. So this is a relative simple task for this machine. Just 4 slider, 4 handle join this program. The coiling finger, the spinner, the reel, the groove reel of one of the tools. Just this bending the direction. So this just 4 handle join this program and wire rotary. For more complicated, more handle will join this program. This one, this series machine are widely used in agriculture machinery, in making agriculture machinery lake time, spring time, also using in automobile field. For example, mass production, the brake spring, accelerator spring, brake spring or accelerator spring in many types of cars and vehicles. So here's this machine functions for spring time, for double time, 4 to 10mm, high lake time, store better spring part, agriculture machinery, spring time. The front view of this machine and the pass the work panel at wide 6 feet and height 1.86 meter. This machine to be loaded by high cube ocean container, high cube ocean container. Cameras with wire rotary using in agriculture springtime, automobile, brake spring, and industrial machinery spring parts. Also using in many fields, for example, the sports high jump matrix, sports high jump matrix, or trampoline spring in the toys. Here's one example. The brake spring at least 3 extension springs inside. Extension spring, pull spring using as one of the major parts in brake system. Cars, trucks, brake system, brake spring inside 3 brake extension springs. This the automobile. Every car have at least 30 different type springs, at, at least 30 pieces springs in every car. Using site, using location as the wiper, the trunk, the brake, the seat belt, the clutch, the accelerator, and the shock absorber, anti-vibration, suspension, and the sleeve spring nearby the sleeve spring using side nearby the engines for high temperature, high humidity, atmosphere. The wiper spring extensions, for example, the wiper spring belong to pull spring extension spring, mostly the wide 0.8 to 3.5 millimeter tension wiper spring, landing wiper spring 2.8 to 3.5 millimeter carbon steel material belong to extension spring, pull spring, and brake spring, tension spring, mostly at carbon steel, wire thickness 6 to 7 millimeter. The suspension spring also widely used suspension anti-vibration in fork, front fork or rear tire, for mountain bike, for sports bicycle, for electric scooter, So almost every type of vehicles or transportation machine, transportation cars have the suspension spring. All the transportation equipment and machinery have suspension spring. Okay, go next. I'll introducing this sellers. This is one of the major sellers with our advantage at, with our special advantage. Skillful provide you professional and experienced solution for conveyor belt related products, for chocolate coating, chocolate enrolling, for wire mesh, for a snack roast chain, for different snacks, candies, for chocolate coating, for chocolate enrolling, wire mesh, which have different name as wire mesh, conveyor belt, chocolate coating chain, eye link belt, for the single loop at edges or double loop at both edges. This one telling 3 different machine models for different wire thickness. and show you along another angle. This angle telling our compression spring. Our compression spring assembly field. And this area for the spring forming machine. This area for spring forming machine in different stage. We are manufacturer and brand GSM with our own brand for the domestic sales, for the international sales, and with over 20 years experience. Our 20 years experience provide you the professional with our machine, good at durability, precision control, and for the, also provide a customized solution according to your special tasks. Take a closer look at this part. This part, installing the mental part, the high wind linear guideway, to installing the high wind linear guideway. This camless no wire rotary. This machine usually 10 or 11 axes for feeding wire length 0.2 max to 2.5 millimeter. High wind linear guideway. Camless spring forming machine for extension torsion, double torsion. Also for conveyor belt chocolate coating, chocolate enrobing, wire mesh. So we will go next to show you the samples. This one installing, two engineer installing for the mental parts, for the operating system in the same time. This one installing like as this model GJ25X feeding wire length 0.6 to 2.5 millimeter. This machine, guys, installing for mental parts, for operating system related equipment and parts. The whole set machine, including the wire decoil, the main machine, and the support stand, for products, for long products as over 1 meter. This and the products. So this machine, here's this machine, model GJ25X, with current using for this. Just telling clear of this machine once is installed down, appearance like this. Once it's completed, installed down, going for this. For the feeding wire length, 0.2, for conveyor belt 0.6 to 2.5 millimeter, 0.6 to 2.5 on conveyor belt I-link wire mesh related products. 11 axes as total. Max load 200 kilogram for the wire decoil. Max load 200 kilogram. The whole set machine appearance like this. If you have the same, a similar, or larger one, this one like bigger machine for larger wire tasks. The whole package with function for the long wire for the long wire conveyor belt, for the flat honeycomb, horseshoe conveyor belt wire mesh. The whole package, including the 3 parts: wire decoil, the main machine, and the power station. So this whole package with ability production, the long wire conveyor belt, the flat honeycomb horseshoe wire mesh. This one only for flat strip bending into honeycomb horseshoe wire mesh. For the ability range, max for wire at wide 15 millimeter, or max at thickness 1.6 millimeter. Here's the samples. Different shape and a different type. This page tells almost all type we can see in this field. Standing for 5 different types. For the regular, for the special shape, for the most regular, for wire mesh, for I-link, for single loop and a double loop, and the parameters. Meanwhile, we have different machines for different functions. This is a whole package. The whole mostly package. Bending, flat strip into spiral spring, constant force spring, and the wind-up spring. The whole package, including the main machine, the wire decoil, and the high-frequent induction instrument. High-frequent induction instrument. The main machine, rear view, the whole set, and the high-frequent induction. instrument. The spider spring at different shapes and using fields like the car seat self-belt, the tape measure, the mechanical watch, and the agriculture mower or municipal snow blower have a wind-up spring. For more choices, let's have some more other choices for you according to your wire length, according to your products, the most products, different tax, have a different choice and a different price range. For the small wire, Camless no wire lottery. For the big wire or mid to thick wire over 4 mm. We suggest you to using the Camless with wire lottery for the wire over 4 mm. Once again, we are CNC spring machine manufacturer, and we have 3 big type machine: cam-based, camless, and the compression spring machine. Cam-based, camless, and the compression spring machine. 3 big group. For the feeding wire length 0.08 max to 8 mm. Those all 6 models are the cam base, mechanic, CNC, spring forming machine. Cam base with wire lottery. My office, we also provide all necessary spring-related equipment and machines. Once you reach order with our factory, we can provide you land as well. For example, in the mid-oil seal joint machine, oil seal spring joint machine, and for high frequency for the heating furnace to go over heating furnace. Over the process, the spring with characteristic as more durable, more harder and durable. Also for this, for the flat strip, for the constant force spring, go over this, the high frequent and necessary assistance during the constant force spring mass production. This high frequent induction heating instrument. Okay, this is one example of camless no wire rotary spring forming machine. The key specification parameters: 10 to 11 axis CNC automatic feeding wire length, and average for this example average output rate for extension spring, for regular extension spring, for regular pull spring. For example, the chest expander spring, pull spring, by this machine, 18 to 25 pieces per minute. The samples ever made will provide for the client's examples. So this page telling the key steps doing business with discussion and negotiate to reach a deal with us to learning the whole process for import purchase. If you are first time trying import with us, this is very helpful to guide you the every key steps as total 11 steps for import purchase. One more time, this is my contact information. We are located in Dongguan, and our factory, a taxi, and now a taxi ride from our factory to Conveyor halls, and now a taxi ride within 53 kilometers, or take 70 minutes from Guangzhou International Airport to our factory. So all my friends, if you are interested, take this picture to write down my WhatsApp, my WeChat number at my WhatsApp. Then let's go next discuss at first choice WhatsApp, or you can send me by email for your drawing, for your sample pictures. Or next time, once you come to South China, you can bring along with your samples, go with your engineer to visit our factory. Let's have a face-to-face discussion. We are manufactured in Dongguan City, middle-sized CNC spring machine manufacturer. All our machines are CNC type. Take a close look at the telling some of the key steps for installing a machine. This one carries 11 axes for the feeding wire 0.6 to 2.5 millimeter. The work here in front of the work panel, the engineer fixed on the sliding tool holder. First fix on the high ring linear guideway. 8 handle, every handle driven by servo motor directly. So this is a canvas for feeding wire 0.6 to 2.5 for the conveyor belt chocolate coating, chocolate enrolling purpose. If the client is end user, before it's dispatched, we will fix our trademark nameplate at the traces. If the client is a trading company, we can also use the trading company's own brand as OEM brand. So to fix this machine, it takes about 3 days. Then warm up running, then fix on the spring forming tools. Go sampling. After sampling, we're going to dispatch or client come to our site for take several days free using training. And this one, like heavy duty. This, like high wind, Taiwan brand, high wind linear gateway. This just need to move semicircle 180 degrees. So I'll show you some of the samples. For example, this machine mostly used for this agriculture, lake time, lake cheese, springtime. For agriculture, harvester, strawberry, cultivator, agriculture machinery, springtime. Mostly the wire 4 to 8 millimeter carbon steel with one of the major tasks for the heavy-duty spring forming machine. The heavy wire automobile industry, the brake spring, the accelerator spring, also small wire, middle wire from 0.8 to 2 to 3.5 millimeter for the landing wiper extension spring. For the landing wiper extension spring, for suspension spring, for suspension, anti-vibration, using all the transportation equipment or machinery have suspension spring for mountain bike, for any type of vehicles, cars and trucks. For electric scooter, for mountain bike, for sports bicycle, every of them have the suspension spring. And we do a lot of this for the conveyor belt, chocolate coating, chocolate involving. This one, I'll tell you some details. The single loop edge, cubic, single loop edge, cubic. One single piece standing by our machine. One stop enough. Single unit, then weaved together. Conveyor belt, chocolate coating, chocolate involving. Mostly the wire 0.8 to 2 millimeter, and the single unit, the width from 30 centimeter to 1.2 meter. We can also extend it as max to 3 meter, but mostly the width of 30 to 1.2 meter.